Did they prove beyond a reasonable doubt that she caused this death? No. Daunte Wright caused his own death, unfortunately.
Pushes on the shifter so that Daunte Wright can't go anywhere.
Within seconds, he all of a sudden breaks away. That's the cause, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. That's what caused this whole incident. If he would have gone and with the officers, been handcuffed, go to the squad car, go take your ride downtown, and it's over. And in the walk of life, nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. And our forefathers believed that in order to find somebody guilty or not guilty, and my gosh, a mistake is not a crime. It just isn't. It just isn't in our freedom-loving country that we're going to put you in jail for a mistake you made.
She tells Officer Lucky, just have him step out.
You know, and they mentioned doctors. I've never heard of a doctor being charged with making a mistake. And we know, common sense, history tells you that they've made many, and many have caused death. Many have
back, and he shuts the door.
There's two absolute reasons why she's not guilty. Absolute. She didn't cause this, and she had a right to use deadly force. We proved it.
She takes that piece of paper into her left hand.
How could you recklessly handle it if you don't know you have it? And there's no evidence that she knew. Every piece of circumstantial evidence. I'll tase you, taser, taser. She didn't know she had a weapon. She didn't know she had a gun. And they are the ones that apply the presumption of innocence and proof beyond. Playing the video, not at the right speed, where it showed chaos, playing it as slow as possible, showing photos, that's the rabbit hole of misdirection. And make no mistake about it, Kimberly, Potter, Johnson, Lucky, and Wright were fighting, struggling, and it was in seconds that happened, not slow motion. So they also see that the license plate is...
All members of the jury, this case is in your hands as judges of the facts. I am certain you realize this case is important and serious, and therefore deserves your careful consideration. We will await your verdict. And thank you again, members of the jury, for your attention. Seated. Members of the jury, I am now going to
The defendant told you her sons will be home for the holidays. But you know who won't be home for the holidays is Daunte Wright. Your job is to look at the evidence. Now, the defense will tell you that Daunte Wright is somehow to blame in causing his own death. But make no mistake, we're here because of the defendant's actions, not Daunte Wright's. Her actions created the risk. She knew she had a loaded gun on her duty belt, a gun that she carried every single day on the job. She carried it on the right side every day for 26 years. And that's the weapon she used. That's the weapon she drew. That's the weapon she pointed. And that's the weapon she fired. Members of the jury, that's culpable negligence, and that's reckless handling of a firearm, resulting in death. We took a chance of causing death or great bodily harm by... Now, after she reaches for Daunte Wright, she takes that piece of paper from her right hand and switches it back to her left hand. She does this to free up her gun hand. A reasonable police officer. Members of the jury, this was no little oopsie. This was not putting the wrong date on a check. This was not entering the wrong password somewhere. This was a colossal screw-up. A blunder of epic proportions. It was precisely the thing she had been warned about for years, and she was trained to prevent it. It was irreversible, and it was fatal. Back to the videos. You can play them, you can rewind them, you can pause them. This case is also not about whether the defendant is sorry or whether she's remorseful. Of course she's sorry. Of course she feels bad for what she did. There's no dispute about that. But that has no place in your deliberations.
So we'll reconvene in 20 minutes.